on a Monday night in Anderson, South Carolina. We welcome you in to the final matchup of the weekend. The second-seeded North Georgia Nighthawks looking to complete a dominant run through the field of 8 here in the Southeast Regional, while fifth-seeded Lander hopes that glass slipper will fit one more time as they look to make their way to Columbus, Ohio. Live from Anderson, South Carolina, the Electric City. It's the NCAA Southeast Region Championship game. Good evening, everybody. Rickson Lane joining you courtside at the Abney Athletics Center, site of tonight's region title match between fifth-seeded Lander and second-seeded North Georgia. And we're so glad you've chosen to spend your Monday night with us on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander coming into this game with 2 barn burners on their resume so far this weekend. A win over fourth-seeded Carson Newman, a win over top-seeded Anderson, and they come into the night looking to complete the revenge tour as they take on these Nighthawks. North Georgia has rolled through the field so far on the weekend with dominant wins over 7th-seeded Emmanuel and 3rd-seeded Wingate, and the Nighthawks tonight get a very familiar foe in these Lander Bearcats. These two teams have already met twice this season. They met last year 3 times, and the Nighthawks have had the momentum in the series as of late, but none of that will be remembered after these 40 minutes because the winner of this one is on to the Elite 8 wearing the belt of the Southeast Region champions in Columbus, Ohio. It is an electric atmosphere in the Electric City. Here in the Abney Athletics Center, the folks from Dahlonega and Greenwood have made their presence felt here in this neutral site game. The Bearcats and Nighthawks just moments away from tip-off here in Anderson, and a berth in the Elite 8 is on the line. We'll step aside for the national anthem. We'll come back with starting lineups and tip-off from Anderson, South Carolina. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Georgia. The starting lineups introduced, and folks, you can hear the crowd behind us. The Bearcats obviously showing out very well with this game being played just 50 minutes away from the campus of Lander University, but these Nighthawks have brought in quite a group as well, a couple of hours drive from Dahlonega, Georgia. North Georgia wears the home whites with the blue trim, blue letters, blue numbers. Bearcats come out with those road blue uniforms as the lower seed. They've had to wear them all week. The gold trim, the white letters, the white numbers. as Lander and North Georgia huddle respectively on their ends of the floor. And we are ready for basketball in Anderson, South Carolina. What a fun night this should be. There's been a lot of juice in this building all weekend, but not like what we've got here this evening. Starters for you for North Georgia: Vanessa Agrusa, number 14, Abby Franklin, number 5, Amber Schedule, number 20, Julian Sutton, number 42, and Tamara Thorpe, wearing number 12. For the Bearcats this evening, they'll go with the backcourt of Amaya Melvins, the sophomore guard from Sicklerville, New Jersey. Sarah Cruz, a freshman guard from North Augusta, South Carolina. The lone post is Miriam Ricarte, the freshman center from Pamplona, Spain. Mylia McKinnon, the fifth-year senior, the veteran, in the backcourt, along with the running mate and the Peach Belt Conference Player of the Year, Jessica Harris. Melvins, Cruz, Ricarte, McKinnon, and Harris for Lander. Agrusa, Franklin, Schedule, Sutton, and Thorpe for North Georgia. Tip is controlled to Sutton. Sutton ahead to Thorpe. Thorpe inside, missed a layup. Ricarte the rebound, and that's how we open things up in Anderson, South Carolina, and the Southeast Region Championship. Harris on the right wing. Harris loses her footing, trying to drive. Ball on the floor. Harris comes away with it, now looking for a blue jersey, and hands it back to Cruz. Cruz had it stripped away. Down to the floor goes Cruz along with Thorpe, and it's a jump ball situation. Lander will maintain possession. 9:37 in the first quarter, no score. So Harris will trigger it in from underneath Lander's hoop. She gives it to Ricarte. Ricarte, soft 7-footer, bottoms for Miriam Ricarte. Her first hoop of the night. Lander up 2-0. Thorpe quickly into the front court. On the near side, picks it up and goes inside to Sutton. Sutton working on Ricarte. Had it fall off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Agrusa. Agrusa airballs a bunny, but got another rebound. And then Harris went down to the floor and took it back for Lander. Check it, that was McKinnon. The fifth-year senior woes to the hardwood and scoops it up. The jump ball will give possession to the Nighthawks. Early on, Sutton with 2 touches as they try to work it inside. Sutton working on Ricarte. Lob inbound to Agrusa. Jumper from Thorpe off the iron. Melvin's got the rebound. That shot from the free throw line does not fall. Melvins weaves into the front court, left of the lane, pass to Cruz, nearly booted, but she recovers and backs out beyond the arc and hands off to McKinnon. 8:57 to go in the first period. Lander up 2-0 on the Nighthawks. Ricarte on the right arc, guarded closely by Sutton, not giving her an inch. Melvin's got some space on the left elbow, but gives back to McKinnon. 6 on the shot clock. McKinnon gonna drive, put up a 15-footer. Nothing but net for Mylia McKinnon. Lander up to a 4-0 lead. Bearcats set up the full court press, and Cruz knocked it out of bounds, stepped in front of the ball, and deflected out of bounds. It'll be Nighthawk basketball with 8:34 left in the first. Agrusa inbounds to Franklin, who gives it right back. Here comes Agrusa to the left side. Back to the top of the arc. Comes around a screen from Sutton. Gives to Thorpe. Thorpe out to Sutton straight away. Ricarte giving her some space. Thorpe around, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. Cruz is going to be called as she tried to stay toe-to-toe with Amber Schedule. First foul of the night against either side goes against the freshman from North Augusta. The inbound to Agrusa, who gives to Thorpe. Thorpe, turn around in the lane, now drives inside, puts up a tough shot, and it won't go, and Bearcats called for a foul. Thorpe got to the rim, and Ricarte going to be called for the foul, and that'll send Tamara Thorpe to the free throw line. Thorpe, a senior from Greensboro, North Carolina. She's one of 3 seniors on this club for Buffy Burson. All 3 are in the starting lineup. Schedule, Agrusa, and the aforementioned Thorpe, who clangs the first free throw off the back of the iron, no good. Bearcats with 2 seniors on their lineup. Mylia McKinnon, the 5th-year starter from Durham. And you'll also see Ariana Sanders tonight out of Pearland, Texas, off the bench. Thorpe makes 1 of 2, and North Georgia's on the board. It's 4-1, 8:15 to go in the first. Harris picks up her dribble on the far sideline. Bearcats work to Melvins. Melvins inside, too strong on the layup through the tall timbers and could not get it to drop. Rebound out to Franklin. Franklin ahead, hands to Schedule. Now they'll work inside Sutton. Sutton had her pocket picked by McKenneth. Cruz protecting the ball as she brings it up the floor. Lobs to Harris on the left wing. Harris pumps. Harris wants to go baseline. In traffic, weaves under the hoop, gives to Cruz. Straight away three. Rattled down. Sarah Cruz, the trifecta. And Lander with a 7-1 lead. 7:38 left in the first quarter. Big shot there from Cruz. Lander, you might recall, on Saturday night was 2 of 15 from deep, and a jump ball. McKenneth went in and snatched it away from Tamara Thorpe. Possession to the Bearcats with 7:30 to go in the first quarter. Melvins will trigger it in from the near sideline. Harris running point for the Bearcats as Agrusa waits for her with three-quarter court man-to-man defense. McKenneth on the right wing, lobs it to Harris, dangerous pass, and it's tipped away and stolen by Thorpe. Thorpe out on the breakaway, and the layup for North Georgia. Not what Lander wanted. Bearcats had all the momentum starting this game, and then a turnover on the ill-advised lob pass. Harris gonna give over to McKenneth. McKenneth to Cruz. Riccardi in the corner, pumps, gives back to Cruz. Cruz gonna launch again, too strong. Agrusa snares the board for the Nighthawks. Harris had her hair fall out of her hairband, scoops it up on her way back. Now a drive inside and an easy layup for Franklin. The Nighthawks just shielded everybody away down the left side of the lane. There wasn't a blue jersey in sight. Quick 4 points for North Georgia makes it 7-5 Lander. Harris in traffic, bounce to McKenneth. McKenneth left side to Cruz. Passed up the three as the Nighthawks swarm out on top of her. Cruz gonna bounce to McKenneth. McKenneth pumps a two, gives in the corner. Harris pumps, Harris drives, jumper good. Jessica Harris. Lander's gotta get her going. She has had a tough week so far, scoring-wise, has been a great presence for Lander, but the shooting percentage has been not good and not what she's accustomed to as the Peach Belt Conference Player of the Year. But she puts Lander up 9-5, 6:08 to go first quarter. Trying to work inside. They get it down to Schedule on the left wing. Pass to Sutton, too hot to handle, off her head, and now a long outlet ahead to McKenneth. McKenneth with a layup. Transition bucket for the Bearcats, and it's an 11-5 Lander lead. 5:54 to go in quarter number one. Harris shot it out ahead to McKenneth, who finished. Riccardi with a block as Thorpe tried to go inside. Cruz brings it up with a skip step across the half-court line. Hands back to Riccardi. Straight away three off the back of the rim, and the rebound to Agrusa. In rhythm, but Riccardi couldn't hit it. Franklin on the right wing. Melvin's on her. Franklin around to the top of the arc, weaving left side. Gonna hand to Thorpe. Thorpe wants to go left, now spins back towards the baseline. Drive, and a foul. Third foul of the quarter against Lander. This one's gonna go on Amaya Melvins. The sophomore picks up her first foul. 3 fouls in the quarter thus far, all on Lander. 3 different players have picked him up, so good for the Bearcats that they've been able to spread the fouls around. But Thorpe's going to go back to the line where she's 1 of 2 so far this evening. Her first free throw is good. You hear to our left behind us the Nighthawk Pep Band, who made the trip down to the Abney Athletic Center. Bearcats, a ton of fans, and the cheer and dance team. The conference champion cheer and dance team, we should point out, as Thorpe makes them both. Simone Starks comes in for the Bearcats. Melvins will have a seat. Starks coming off a strong performance against Anderson. She dropped 16 off the bench to lead the Bearcats to the upset over the 15th ranked team in America and snapped the Trojans' 28-game winning streak. Bearcats out of sorts a little offensively as Starks gets it on the right wing. Gives to Harris. Harris in the trap on the right side. Starks out to McKenneth. 7 on the shot clock. McKenneth, skip pass over in the corner. Harris pumps a three, gonna drive. Harris with a tough shot, had it blocked. Loose ball, and Thorpe comes away with it. And then a foul called on Jessica Harris as she tried to get the ball back for the Bearcats. That will take us to the media timeout. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Lander up 11-7 in the Southeast Region Championship. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 11-7 Bearcats on top of the Nighthawks of North Georgia here in the Southeast Region Championship game. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Nighthawks will inbound under full court pressure. Franklin gonna hand to Thorpe on the left side. Starks manned up against her. Thorpe around the screen, gonna drive. Riccardi with her second block of the night. Outlet ahead to Harris. Bearcats with numbers for the moment. Harris gives to McKenneth, right wing. McKenneth back out to Harris on the arc. Harris will look for help. Gives to Starks. Starks gonna drive to the free throw line. Jumper, front rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Grusa came away with it. Left side, inside of Grusa. Hard shot, no good, and Starks comes away with a board. McKenneth, right wing, three ball. High off the left side of the rim, no good. Nighthawks secure another rebound. Straightaway three, no good. A miss from Schedule. But the offensive rebound by the Nighthawks, and then Starks stole a pass away. Starks wants to go inside, misses the layup. And McKenneth steals it right back for the Bearcats. A blistering pace here early as Lander leads 11-7 with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. McKenneth gonna give to Cruz. Agrusa quickly out on her. Cruz fires a laser inside to Starks, who finishes at the rim. 13-7. Bearcats with a 6-point advantage. What a beautiful look from the freshman. Inside the other way. Nighthawks get it in. A tough shot, no good. Offensive rebound for Amani Arnold. Missed them both, and Riccardi snares the rebound. Harris brings it ahead through traffic. Harris to the free throw line. Harris kicks left side. McKenneth is open. Her three ball, too strong, barely grazed the front of the iron. And the rebound out to Franklin. 13-7, Lander on top with 2:40 to go in quarter number one. Franklin drives and dishes. They work it to Arnold at the free throw line, and a hold on the floor. They're going to call the Bearcats. Mylia McKenneth called for the foul. Lander has been whistled for 5 fouls this quarter. The Nighthawks have not been called for one. 2:33 to go in the first quarter. As the first free throw is missed by Schedule. Tabitha Daly will come in for Lander, the junior from Augusta, Georgia. Miriam Riccardi goes to the bench. Schedule makes one of two. It's 13-8. Harris on the left wing. Gives to McKenneth in the corner. McKenneth comes back to the top of the arc into a trap. Dishes to Harris on the left side. Harris cross-court pass to Starks. Starks corner three off the rim, no good. And the rebound controlled by Franklin. Franklin a long outlet ahead, and McKenneth stole it away and knocked it out of bounds. Stripped Arnold as she tries to get to the rim. 2:10 to go in our first quarter. Lander up 13-8. Inbound to Thorpe. Her jumper from the elbow is good. Nice looking 12-footer there. 13-10, the Bearcats lead by 3. 2 minutes to go in the first. Starks in traffic, gives right side Harris. Harris with Schedule out on her. Schedule, that was a long defender. Gonna make life difficult for Harris. McKenneth from the left side. Her three ball is way off the mark, and the long rebound controlled by Cruz. Cruz left side. Harris wide open. Harris for three. Yes, ma'am. Jessica Harris. You can't give her that much space. And the Peach Belt Player of the Year bombards the Nighthawks from the left wing. And then McKenneth knocks the inbound pass out of bounds. Ariana Sanders will check in the game for Lander with 1:32 to go in quarter number one. Bearcats up a half dozen, 16-10 on North Georgia here in the first quarter of the Southeast Region Championship game. Schedule gets it into Franklin, gets the pass right back as she brings it across the timeline for the Nighthawks. guarded by Harris. Schedule, left side, gives back to Franklin. He'll set the offense. Arnold was posted up on Harris, wanted the ball. Franklin didn't get to her. Now picks up her dribble. Harris was knocked to the floor by Arnold. No call. Schedule left side. Her three off the iron. A rebound by Sutton. Sutton puts it back up and in. Harris was sent to the floor twice on that possession. The Nighthawks were not called. They have not been called for a foul the entire game. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Starks on the screen. Throws it into the hands of Thorpe, who stepped in the passing lane. 3-on-2 break for North Georgia. Thorpe to the floor, and she's fouled with 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. 16-12, the Bearcats are on top. Starks picks up her first foul. Nighthawks are in the bonus. And this will be Thorpe once again back at the free throw line. She's already had a couple trips, and she clangs the first one off the front iron. Riccarde back in the ball game for Lander, along with McKenneth. Daly will check out for the Bearcats. McKenneth will come in and take Cruz' spot. Melvins will also come in. And Starks will come out. So the Bearcats return to their starting lineup, sans Cruz, who's currently replaced by Sanders. Thorpe at the line for her second. And she got it. 16-13, the Bearcats up 3 with 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Harris guarded by Arnold, splits through a double team, trying to direct traffic as she's chased off the arc. Harris shakes free into the lane, drives out to Sanders. Sanders gonna bounce to Ricarte, back to Sanders. 13 on the shot clock. North Georgia with a very aggressive trap defense out on the arc. Lander trying to find a shot. Sanders goes inside, gets to McKenneth, and she's fouled. With 4 seconds left on the shot clock, McKenneth pushed in the back, and the foul will go against Amber's Schedule. And a bit of a sarcastic cheer from the Bearcat fans. The first foul against the Nighthawks comes with 21.7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Harris inbounds. McKenneth with the shot clock turned off. Gives to Sanders, and Harris will come back to the top of the arc, back out to half court, and Lander's going to hold for potentially the last shot of the quarter. Harris with 5 to shoot. Gives to McKenneth. McKenneth going to drive. Kick out to Harris. Long range three. Off the mark. And the rebound for Sutton will end the first quarter. Lander up 16-13 as we go to the second period. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Back in the Abney Athletics Center, Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Second quarter action about to get underway here in Anderson, South Carolina. The Bearcats hold a 3-point lead on the Nighthawks of North Georgia as we begin the second period of play. Schedule on the right wing. Give it inside, and Sutton with a layup. Harris at the point. North Georgia trying to work her into a trap on the far side. She lobs it to Cruz at the top of the arc. Cruz dish it down low to a wide open McKenneth, who's plastered by Thorpe. That's a wrong place, wrong time situation for Tamara Thorpe. She was flashing down low to try to guard McKenneth. The pass tipped off McKenneth's fingers, and McKenneth sprinted ahead to try to get it and plowed into Thorpe. Thorpe's first foul as Harris goes inside. Hard pass deflected off of the Nighthawks. It was down around the feet of Melvins, but it ricocheted off a Nighthawk. In that first quarter for Lander, the Bearcats shot 7 of 18. They were 2 of 9 from beyond the arc, did not make a trip to the free throw line. North Georgia leads the rebounding battle 15-7. Bearcats with 5 assists in the first quarter, led by 3 from Harris, as there's a jumper and an offensive foul on the Bearcats. They're going to call Melvins. Bearcats turned it over just twice in that first period. Harris led them with 5 points. Riccarde grabbed 3 of Lander's 7 boards. 16-15, Lander up 1 with 9:05 to go in the first half. And then we're going to get McKenneth called for a reach-in foul. That's the 8th foul of the game against Lander. Bearcats are going to take a timeout. 9:02 to go in the first half. Lander up 1. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. .902 to go in the first half from the Abney Athletics Center in Anderson, South Carolina. Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Right side, ball up top to Schedule, 3-ball, airballed everything, and Sutton can't save it. Bearcat crowd going to let her hear about it. And a blocking foul on Agrusa as Harris tried to get free of her.
North Georgia foul number 14, Vanessa Agrusa, her first, team second.
Second foul of the evening against the Nighthawks. They've both come. Second, third foul. 2 of them have come here in this quarter. Lander up 1 as Harris brings it ahead, bounces to Starks. Starks gives to Riccarde, top of the arc. Bearcats working around in the corner. Cruz going to fire a 3, too strong, and then a foul on the floor in the rebound effort. The call is against Lander. Simone Starks whistled.
Lander foul number 3, Simone Starks, her second.
0 rhythm to this basketball game, as we've had now 12 fouls called in 11 and a half minutes of action. Thorpe with a long outlet, gives back to Agrusa. Agrusa's going to drive baseline, hand it off to Sutton. Daly tied her up. The shot no good, but Agrusa with a weak side rebound, and she tapped it back in. North Georgia's got its first lead of the night, 17-16. Starks Left side, Nighthawks in the zone defense. Cruz on the arc on the right wing, tries to dribble free, goes inside. Euro was blocked, and they'll call her for a travel. 7:56 remaining in the first half. Lander down by 1, 17-16. Sanders comes in. Starks will come out with 2 fouls. Agrusa inbounding as Lander sets defensively. Daly on top of her as they give it right back to Agrusa. She'll bring it into the front court. Daly guarding her. Agrusa's going to drive. Dish back to Sutton. Long 2. Good. Julianne Sutton. That pick and roll has been North Georgia's bread and butter here in the last few possessions. And then an offensive foul on Harris. Sutton sliding over in front of her. The delayed call goes against the Bearcats. That's their 4th foul. Timeout Lander, 19-16, North Georgia on top with 7:37 to go in the second quarter. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. (19-16), North Georgia on top of Lander with 7:37 to go in the second quarter from the Southeast Region Championship game in Anderson, South Carolina. Rickson Lane joining you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Nighthawks have opened the second period on a 6-0 run. Lander led 16-13 at the end of the first quarter. Nighthawks just took their first lead moments ago as Harris deflects a pass intended for Thorpe out of bounds. Possession will stay with North Georgia here on the near sideline. Nighthawks going left to right as you're listening. They try to get inside to Sutton again. She's got them going. Sutton continues to put her hands back and around Riccardi, and Kevin Pedersen's been irate about it for the majority of the game. It's not been called yet. As a drive inside from Franklin, and she gets a friendly roll. Nice spin move inside by Franklin, and the run is now 8-0 Nighthawks. 5-point lead for North Georgia, 21-16 with 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Sanders trying to get something going. Tough shot off the glass on a good drive. It won't go, but the rebound kicks out to Cruz. Cruz going to fire a jumper. Got it. No, it would not fall. Lander tries to save it out of bounds. Last touch by the Bearcats. Sanders trying to make something happen. A really tough physical drive inside and all sorts of traffic. Couldn't get it to fall. And Cruz's jumper just missed. It looked good coming out of her hand. 6:51 to go in the second quarter. Bearcats down 5. Franklin will bring it ahead for North Georgia. Franklin waves her left hand, trying to get the Nighthawks offense in motion. Sanders on top of her. Agrusa on the left wing. Schedule will set a screen for her. They wanted to roll with her, but Cruz cut her off. Schedule, step back, 3 on the way. Rattled out, no good. Riccardi grabbed the board. Outlet to Harris. Harris brings it down the left side. Harris into the key. Harris inside. Harris, tough shot. It won't go off the front of the rim. Fight for the rebound. Ball on the floor, and we're going to get a foul on Sarah Cruz. Lander trying to go in and get a loose ball, and they're called for another foul. We've had 14 fouls called in this game. Lander's been whistled for 11 of them. And the Nighthawks are in the bonus again with 6:15 to go in the second quarter. Julianne Sutton at the free throw line. Misses her first. The Nighthawks have shot 9 free throws in this game. The Bearcats have not made a trip to the line yet. North Georgia 0 for 4 from deep. Landers 2 of 10. The Nighthawks shooting 36% from the floor against Landers 32%. Turnovers are even at 5. The rebounds, a big favor for the Nighthawks. They're doubling up the Bearcats almost, 19-10. Starks in the key, kicks to Cruz. Cruz gonna drive back inside to Starks for the layup. Nice little give and go there as Cruz finds Starks. They've hooked up a couple of times so far on this one. And it's a 4-point deficit for Lander, 22-18. 5:50 rather, to go in the second quarter. Thorpe left side into the paint, hesitates and finishes off the glass. Good strong take there from Tamara Thorpe. 24-18, 5:35 to go before we hit halftime in Anderson. Starks picks up her dribble, kicks in the corner. Cruz gonna launch a 3. Cruz buries it from the corner. Sarah Cruz with another big shot. The Bearcats needed a shot in the arm and they got it from a freshman. Cruz has 6 in the game. Ogrusa kicks out to Thorpe near side. Lander down 3. Drive left from Schedule. Offensive foul. Schedule bowls into Simone Starks, and the Bearcats will have possession with 5:11 left in the half, and that will send Michelle Wright into the ball game. Wright checking in, the junior from Hollywood, Florida. Sanders will go out. Amani Arnold back in the ball game for the Nighthawks. 5:04 to go in the half. Lander down 3. Wright in the corner. Ricarde's 3. Buried it. Miriam Ricarte bringing the rain from Pamplona, Spain. 24 all our score. Ogrusa goes inside. Sutton blocked by Ricarte. Tipped out. Daly's got the rebound. Ahead to Cruz. Cruz shakes a defender at half court. Now comes back to the middle of the floor. Cruz gonna drive. Tried to dish to Daly. Threw it too high. Daly collects the ball in the corner. Looking for help and throws it out of bounds off of Amani Arnold's leg. Out of bounds. Bearcat ball as North Georgia will send in Kara Groover. 24-24 with 4:33 to go here in the Abney Athletics Center. And it ain't quite standing room only, but we're pretty dang close. Greenwood and Dahlonega descending on the Electric City for the Southeast Region title. Starks, top of the arc. Around a screen, goes left side, gives to Daly at the free throw line. 7 to shoot, Wright on the wing, right side, 5 to shoot. Wright gonna drive, kicks out to Cruz. Cruz gotta throw up a 3 off the backboard and a shot clock violation. Honestly, not the worst thing for the Bearcats. That allows them to set up the full court defense. You clang that ball off the iron and a chance for an outlet for the Nighthawks. Groover takes the inbound. Starks man-to-man on her. Groover, left side, hands off to Thorpe. 4:03 to go in the half. We're knotted at 24. Thorpe drives, and a foul on Simone Starks. Starks got her hand on the ball. She's called for a foul. She's got 3 now. Tamara Thorpe again to the free throw line. She has lived there. 4 for 6 in the first half. Now 5 of 7. Sanders comes in. Starks will go out. She's been saddled with 3 fouls in the first half. Second free throw from Thorpe. Rolls down good. 26-24. The Bearcats down 2 with 3:56 to go in the first half. Cruz will hand off to Sanders. Left side right. Fires to Riccardi on the right wing. Riccardi lost the handle, looking for help, gives out to Sanders. North Georgia very aggressive and tenacious with this half-court defense. 7 to shoot. Starks around the screen. Starks gonna pull up, go inside to Daly. Daly spinning inside. Daly off the backboard. Oh, what a pretty move that was from the junior out of Augusta. Tabitha Daly, a tough outing for her Saturday night, but that was a gorgeous maneuver down low. We're knotted at 26 with 3:15 to go in the half. Groover around screens, heads to Agrusa. Agrusa goes inside to Thorpe. Thorpe is fouled. Check it, that's Amani Arnold.
Lander foul on number 21, Ariana Sanders, her first.
Ariana Sanders whistled for the foul.
Amani Arnold at the line.
And Amani Arnold at the stripe now. Misses the first. Nighthawks about to attempt their 14th free throw of the half. Lander has yet to make a trip to the charity stripe. Franklin back in the ballgame for the Nighthawks. Arnold makes one of two. Nighthawks are 9 of 14 from the line. They lead by one. 27 to 26. Riccardi with the ball, top of the arc with 3 minutes to go. And Riccardi is fouled. They've had hands on her all night long, and Agrusa's finally whistled.
Georgia foul on number 14, Vanessa Agrusa, her second, team's fourth.
3:01 to go in the second quarter. Lander down a point. Inbound to Cruz from right. Cruz straight away, gives to Riccardi. On the top of the arc, she'll give to Daly now. Daly out on the perimeter with space, gives to Sanders, around the screen. Riccardi, the baseline jumper, off the back rim. Daly got the rebound. Daly kicks it out to Cruz. Cruz will back out and reset the offense for the Bearcats. 2:40 to go in the half. Lander down 27-26. Inside right, misses off the glass, no good. Fought for the rebound, got it back, goes to Sanders, and Sanders is called for a travel under the hoop. Took one too many steps. As Thorpe comes back in, Agrusa will sit. 2:32 left in the half. Bearcats trail by one. Thorpe drives all the way inside. Riccardi blocked her and is called for a foul.
Lander foul on number 5, Miriam Ricarte, her second.
Riccardi picks up her second foul. And Tamara Thorpe will go to the line. Got the first to fall. Quindasia Hamilton checks in for Lander. The freshman will come in as Riccardi shakes her head at the official as she goes to the bench. Left side. I'll call Julianne Sutton the guilty party. George come out of the stands and we're standing on the baseline. That's a no-no. Security will usher those fine folks back to their seats. Daly makes one of two, 29-27. In the corner, Groover whips inside, and a foul call on Daly. Amani Arnold took a hard pass on the block, and Daly whistled for Lander's 15th foul of the half. Thorpe leads all scorers right now with 14 points as she misses her first. 8 of those points have come at the line. She's 3 of 6 from the field. Cruz leads the Bearcats with 6 points. Made one of two. 30-27, Bearcats down 3 with 1:50 to go in the second quarter of action here in Horn Arena. Wright goes inside to Sanders. Sanders on the baseline, puts up a jumper. Looks good, but it clanged out. Rebound to Thorpe. Gives to Groover. Groover took an extra step. They didn't see it. Groover, near side, 3-ball. Franklin, check it, hit it. That's the first 3 of the ball game for the Nighthawks. They were 0 of 4 before that shot from Franklin. Puts North Georgia up 6. Daly gonna drive. Daly spinning. Daly off the glass, no good. Arnold with the rebound. 33-27. Lander down 6. Kick in the corner. Thorpe the drive. Puts up the shot with the right hand, no good. And a rebound for Michelle Wright. Gets it out to Cruz. Cruz Brings it down the left side of the lane and now hesitates with under a minute to go and threw it away. Thorpe with the steal as they tried to go inside to Daly. Thorpe drive and a double dribble. 50 seconds left in the half. Lander with the ball, down 6. Wright will inbound from the far sideline. 20-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Cruz dribbles over to the left wing. And the ball stolen away by Cara Groover, and then Cruz is called for a foul as she tried to retrieve it. 40.5 seconds to go. Nighthawks are back at the line.
Groover at the line shooting 2.
Nighthawks are about to attempt their 19th and 20th free throws of the game. Lander is 1 of 2 from the stripe. First shot up and good from Groover. Aubriana Washington will check in for the Bearcats now as Cruz goes to the bench with her 3rd foul. Second shot on the way. Good. 35-27. Nighthawks with their largest lead at 8 points. 38 seconds remaining. 9-second difference between game and shot clock for the Bearcats. Sanders running point, gives it to Washington on the right side. Washington inside to Daly. Daly wants to go baseline. Turnaround on Sutton, got it to fall. Back Sutton down under the hoop and dropped it in. 35-29. North Georgia can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Up by 6. Nighthawks work it right side to Arnold. Up top to Franklin. 5 to shoot. Out to Groover for 3. No good. Rebound by the Bearcats. And then Hamilton goes to the floor. Tamara Thorpe falls on top of her. Quindasia Hamilton, gritty play there to grab that board. And I think they're going to put 0.9 seconds back on the clock for the Bearcats. 0.9 was what we heard the official say as he came over. Possession to North Georgia on a jump ball. Well, that's what they said, but now Lander's about to inbound it. Bearcats will get a call. Sanders heaves from 3-quarter court, had the distance but offline, and that'll take us to halftime. Bearcats down 6, 35-29. We're midway through the Southeast Region Championship in Anderson, South Carolina. We'll step aside, come back with numbers for me in the first half. It's a 6-point ball game in the Electric City. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Back in Anderson, South Carolina, Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander trailing North Georgia 35-29. The Nighthawks outscore the Bearcats 22-13 in the second quarter as they go up by 6 heading to the locker rooms. Let's give you numbers in the first half. Bearcats 12 of 32 from the floor, 4 of 13 from deep, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. They pulled in 15 rebounds, led by Miriam Ricarte's 4, 8 assists against 8 turnovers. Sarah Cruz with a couple of trays to lead the Bearcats with 6 points. Meanwhile, for the Nighthawks, 37% shooting, 10 of 27. They were 1 of 6 from deep, 14 of 20 from the free throw line, as there were 6 fouls called against North Georgia in the first half and 16 against Lander. 3 assists for the Nighthawks against 7 turnovers. They do lead the rebound battle 22-15. Tamara Thorpe with 14 points in the first half to lead all scores. 8 of those came from the line. Vanessa Grusa with 6 rebounds. That is the most by anyone on the floor. That's where we stand at halftime. 35-29, Lander trailing by 6, halftime of the Southeast Region Championship. We'll step aside, come back with third quarter action from Anderson, South Carolina. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. We welcome you back to Anderson, South Carolina, the Abney Athletics Center. Rickson Lane joining you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander trails by 6 at the break, 35-29 against second-seeded North Georgia. The fifth-seeded Bearcats trying to pull their third upset of the tournament in 4 days and advance to the Elite Eight in Columbus, Ohio. Numbers for you in the first half for Lander. Cruz led the Bearcats with 6 points, 5 apiece for Ricarte, Harris, and Daly, 4 for McKenneth and Starks. For North Georgia, Thorpe led all scorers with 14, 7 apiece for Franklin and Sutton, 2 for Ogrusa, Groover, and Arnold, and 1 for Schedule. North Georgia with the ball to open up the second half as they move from your right to left as you're listening on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. A drive inside the bucket. Sutton gets started for the Nighthawks. The lead is 8. Melvins, top of the arc, gives left side to McKenneth. Left side, McKenneth. Quiet first half for the fifth-year senior. Goes inside, tough layup, got it to fall. Mylea McKenneth, hard-charging layup left side of the lane and spun it in. 37-31. Bearcats within 6. Again, Sutton inside for the layup. Boxed out Ricarte and got it to go. Melvins tries to go reverse layup on a drive, hit it off the bottom of the backboard. Franklin out in transition. Jumper, good. 3-ball from Abby Franklin. And the largest lead of the night for North Georgia, 42-31. Nighthawks have only made 2 3-balls all evening. 2 of 7. Franklin backdoor to Harris. Harris layup good. A beautiful dish from the freshman from Spain, and Harris gets her first points of the half. Leads back to 9 for the Nighthawks. Here's Schedule, gonna give off to Ogrusa. Cruz jumps out on top of her. Ogrusa picks up her dribble, goes down low to Sutton, and she could not save it. Possession back to Lander. A 42-33 ball game with 8:13 to go in quarter number 3. Rickson Lane joining you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Nighthawks opened up the lead with a 22-13 run in the second quarter after Lander led by 3 after 10 minutes. Ricarte on the right block. Ricarte, turnaround jumper, no good. Ogrusa the rebound, and now a long outlet. Thorpe trying to run it down. Thorpe lays it in good. Beat the Bearcats down the floor and had time to collect and lay it in. 44-33, 7:45 to go, third period. Harris, give to Melvins. Hands off to McKenneth. McKenneth to Cruz. Cruz pumps. Cruz long 2, front iron. Rebound by Franklin. Lob inside, Sutton finishes. And Lander's going to have to take a timeout. Nighthawks come out hot, 46-33. It's a North Georgia 13-point lead with 7:19 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. (46-33), the Nighthawks leading Lander with 7:19 to go in the third quarter of action here in the Abney Athletics Center. Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Nighthawks come out hot here in the third as they take 11 of the first 15 points of the quarter. So we'll correct our scoreboard for those of you keeping track along with us on the video aspect of the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. And the video of this game is available on the Southeast Regional Central page. It can be found on the women's basketball tab of the Lander Bearcats athletic website. Harris crosses over Franklin left side, drives to the key, gives to McKenneth. McKenneth thought about handing it back off. 7 minutes to go. 10 on the shot clock. McKenneth gonna reset. Picks up her dribble. 5 to shoot. Harris goes inside, throws up a jumper, no good. And a shot clock violation. Harris collided with a Nighthawk. Bearcats wanted a foul. They don't get it. 13-point lead for North Georgia, 6:48 to go, third quarter. Bearcats set up full court pressure. Ogrusa will inbound to Franklin. Franklin gives to Thorpe on the left wing. Thorpe back to Franklin. She goes off the right elbow. Sutton posting up, calls for the ball, sends out to Ogrusa. Ogrusa's three ball off the mark. And Harris with the board. And now the long outlet ahead to McKenneth, who's fouled, and she'll go to the line for the and one. By Leah McKenneth. Ogrusa never saw the pass coming and just climbed up the top of her as McKenneth makes the layup. A spark from this blue and gold bench to our right. And the fifth-year senior out of Durham, North Carolina, Leah McKenneth at the free throw line. Makes the free throw. She's got 9 points in the game, and Landers down 10. Schedule, baseline jumper off the side of the backboard. Cruz with the rebound. Cruz into the front court. Cruz gonna hesitate on the right wing. Bounces it on the baseline to Melvins. Melvins splits a double team, spins it in. Amaya Melvins. That's the type of play she made Saturday night against Anderson as the Bearcats knocked off the top-seeded Trojans. It's an 8-point ball game. Ogrusa drives. Ogrusa misses. The cleanup by Sutton. Two Bearcats raced over to the weak side, grab the rebound, and the ball careened off the rim to the near side. And nobody's getting a body on Sutton. 48-38. Harris sets up at the top of the arc. Bearcats with the offense in motion on the shot clock. Melvin, right side, Ogrusa spins in the double team. Down low, and Daly fouled. Julianne Sutton. Whistle for the foul inside. Sutton. Frustrated, she thought she got the block call. She's not going to get any sympathy from the Lander fan base after the Bearcats were called for 16 fouls against 6 by North Georgia in the first 20 minutes. So Tabitha Daly goes to the line in a 10-point ball game. 5:27 to go in the third quarter. First free throw is good. Daly has shot 3 of Landers' 4 free throws tonight. She has made 2 of them. Only other Bearcat to get to the line was McKenneth on the and one just minutes ago. Second shot on the way. Good. Daly drained both of them, and it's 48-40. 5:27 to go, third quarter. Schedule brings it ahead against Harris. 20 matched up with 20. Schedule around the screen. Throws one off the glass and it falls. Double screen set for Schedule when she got to the baseline and put up a tough shot. Had to really put an angle on it. Harris right wing, jab step, around the screen from Daly. Now wants to go back to the baseline. Cut off by Thorpe, bounces out to Cruz. 5 minutes to go in the third. Cruz, hand to McKenneth. McKenneth with 10 on the shot clock. She wants to go baseline on Franklin. Whips it out in the corner. Now this is Melvins. Melvins in traffic. Puts up a shot in the lane, no good. Got her own rebound, puts it back up and she's fouled. Amaya Melvins, oh what a hustle play that was. The sophomore put forth a great effort to get inside, get a good look, and then grabbed her own rebound as 50-40. Lander down 10 with 4:46 to go in the Southeast Region Championship. Good to have you with us. Rickson Lane courtside, the Bearcat Broadcasting Network in Anderson, South Carolina. Maya Melvin's at the free throw line for Lander, makes her first. 3 points on the night for Melvin's, go along with 2 rebounds. She was saddled with 2 fouls in the first half. The foul situation for Lander, 3 on Starks, 3 on Cruz, 2 on Melvin's, Ricarde, McKenneth, and Harris. Melvin's misses her second. Thorpe loses her footing, and a trip is called on Lander. Thorpe was not touched. She was not touched, folks. No one laid a finger on her. And Mylia McKenneth is called for a tripping foul. That's her third. My goodness. An atrocious call there with 4:39 to go in the quarter. Daly steals the entry pass. McKenneth comes up with it. Bearcat ball down 9 with 4:25 to play in the third quarter. Harris inside, had her shot blocked and saved by Franklin as the Nighthawks come away with it. Thorpe from the free throw line, jumper, back rim, McKenneth grabs the rebound. Harris, right side, gives off to McKenneth. Bounce to Daly, lost the handle, and a steal by Agrusa. .339 to play as the 3 ball from Franklin. Nighthawks extend the lead, 53-41, 3:31 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Nighthawks up by a dozen with 3:28 to go in the third quarter. The Bearcat Broadcasting Network, Rickson Lane with you. Melvin's drives, dishes to Ricarte, finds McKenneth. McKenneth, they work it around the arc. Cruz pumps a 3, step back, 3 ball, buried it. Sarah Cruz with a big fist pump as Lander's back within single digits. 53-44, Ricarte rebound, McKenneth. It's a 9-point Nighthawk advantage with 2:09 to play here in the third quarter. McKenneth jumped out on the arc, bounces to Starks. Starks in a trap. Bearcats trying to find space. Starks can't get any room. Drives inside, kicks out to Cruz. Cruz inside, puts up a tough shot. Off the iron, no good. And the rebound rolls out to Thorpe. Minute 40 to go in the third. Thorpe circles the air with her finger, sends it out to right. Franklin airballs a 3 ball. Nighthawks have missed everything on their last 2 shots. Cruz steps to the arc, gives to McKenneth. McKenneth's pass is kicked out of bounds. 1:27 to play in the third quarter. Lander down 53-44. Cruz will inbound near sideline. Going to lob down low to Daly. Sutton swatted it away, but Melvin's chased it down beyond the arc to maintain possession. Melvins to the baseline, out to McKinnon. McKinnon for three, too strong, and the rebound from Thorpe. McKinnon hadn't found the stroke from deep. 0 of 4 from long range, 4 of 8 shooting in the game. 1:07 to play in the quarter. North Georgia up 9 with the ball. Thorpe going to lob inside to Sutton. Sutton going to give inside Franklin. Franklin, teardrop, no good. Sutton went up, got the rebound, and was fouled in the and one for Julianne Sutton. 58 seconds to go in the third. Nighthawks up 9, or check it, up 11. Harrison Ricarde will come back in. Melvins and McKinnon go to the bench. Abby Franklin checks out for North Georgia. Sutton to the line now. Makes the free throw. Game high 18 points for Sutton. It's a 12-point lead for North Georgia with 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Starks, top of the arc, gets a screen from Daly, wants to go baseline, reverse layup from Starks, no good, and the rebound collected by Groover. Schedule brings it into the front court. North Georgia can hold for almost the last shot of the quarter, about 9-second differential. And Sutton elbowed, and the Bearcats will be called for a foul. They'll call it on Ricarde, I believe. Sutton caught an elbow to the face. Are they going to discuss if this is a flagrant? The foul is going to be on the Bearcats. It was obvious as Sutton setting the screen. It looked like Ricarde either trying to back her way around it. The call is on Ricarde. She picks up her third of the quarter against the Bearcats. 25 seconds to go in the third period. Oh, it wasn't an elbow, it was Ricarde's hand. She had her arms extended, and she backed up a step and backed her hand right into Sutton's face. So it was not an elbow, just an open hand from Ricarde as she tried to extend her wingspan out defensively. Sutton's still getting tended to, and they're finally going to make North Georgia substitute somebody in for her. So the Nighthawks will inbound with 25 seconds to go in the quarter. They can hold for the last shot. Hand off to Thorpe at the free throw line. She backs out beyond the arc. Thorpe on the right wing. 15 to shoot. Nighthawks in no rush. Thorpe will put it in play with 8 seconds to go. On the right side, Agrusa pops to the key. Looking for help. Give it to Arnold. Arnold drives and misses. And that'll do it for the third quarter of action. We go to the fourth. Bearcats looking to rally. Down 12 as we head to the final 10 minutes of regulation in the Southeast Region Championship. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander trailing North Georgia 56-44 as we go to the fourth quarter of the Southeast Region Championship game. Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Cruz gives to Starks, top of the arc. Starks looking for somewhere to go. Inside, Daly can't get it to go from short, but Starks with the rebound. Kick out to Harris. Harris fakes the three, drives, floater, banked it in. Bearcats are going to come back in this one. They got to get her going. Arnold straight away. Gives it to Sutton on the right side. Sutton back to Arnold. 10 on the shot clock. Schedule. Hands to Thorpe. Thorpe had it deflected away. Cruz stole it. Can't get a run out, but Lander's got possession. Cruz kicks to Starks in the corner. Starks over to Harris. Lander down 10. 8:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Bearcats so far in this one, 36% shooting from the floor, 33 from deep, 71 at the line, 22 boards in the game. They've been out-rebounded 34-22, 10 assists against 9 turnovers. Drive from Cruz, it won't fall, but another offensive rebound for Lander. And then Harris, no, they're gonna call a shot clock violation. Cruz's shot didn't hit the rim, and Harris dribbled it back out to the arc, and Lander could not get the shot off. McKenneth comes in for Cruz. Cruz and McKenneth lead the Bearcats with 9 points apiece. Ricard and Cruz with 5 boards apiece. 8:32 to play. Lander down 10. Thorpe takes the inbound. McKenneth all over her. Lobs it to Franklin. Franklin will bring it across the timeline with Starks in hot pursuit. Hands to Thorpe. Straight away Sutton. Sutton right side of Grusa. Lob it into Franklin. Check its schedule. Back out of Grusa. 3 balls too short. Sutton went in. Nobody put a body on her and grabbed the rebound. Inside schedule. Floater right hand. No good. And the rebound, Mylea McKenneth, was fouled. Will they not call a foul? Or are they just going to say it was out of bounds? McKenneth got pushed from behind. No, they're going to say McKenneth stepped out of bounds. And Franklin will inbound for the Nighthawks. Inside to Sutton. Sutton off the glass and good. They shoved her right in the back as Harris brings it ahead. 58-46. Starks go down to Daly. Daly, reverse layup. Finally spun down. Boy, it hung up in the rim for a long time. 10-point ball game, 7:45 to play. And then McKenneth called for a foul guarding Thorpe on the near sideline. That's going to be the 5th. And Mylea McKenneth is fouled out with 7:39 to play. The 5th-year senior from Durham, North Carolina, is out of the ball game. Riccardi comes out as well. Franklin going to inbound near sideline. Lander's best perimeter defender, at least, Mylea McKenneth, has fouled out of this one. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Bearcats. McKenneth finishes with 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting and a rebound. Also led the Bearcats with 3 steals. She's Lander's career leader in that department. And now hoping her teammates can get her one more stretch of 40 minutes. But Lander's got to rally. Down 10 with 7:15 to play. Nighthawks taking their time. They lob it to Sutton. Sutton gives it right back to Franklin. 3 to shoot. Schedule. Not going to get a shot off. She did not get the shot off. Bearcats force the shot clock violation. Cruz fired up as Lander would get on the offensive side of the floor and set things up. 7:08 to play. Harris, long 2, got it. Jessica Harris with a jumper. Lander needs her to get rolling. She's got 9. Agrusa, baseline, foul. She was grazed by Starks. Simone Starks picks up her fourth. There was contact, but there was not much of it. She grazed her with her forearm as Agrusa came down the baseline. Starks, I don't actually think knew Agrusa was behind her. She was turned and guarding, facing the near sideline. Agrusa drove into her direction rather, and draws a foul. She makes her first free throw. (59-50) as Agrusa makes her second. Bearcats have been called for 21 fouls in this game. North Georgia's been called for 9. The Nighthawks have shot 22 free throws to Landers 7. Cruz gives to Melvins. Bounce it to Harris in the corner. 3 ball. Yes, ma'am. Jessica Harris with the tray. And timeout. No, they'll say that just trying to get the ball handed to the Nighthawks to inbound. Thought Lander had called one there. 7-point game with 6:25 to play. Franklin into the front court. It sounds like Horn Arena in here, folks. This is unbelievable. Melvins stole the inbound, or the entry rather. Melvins into the front court. Tried to bounce it to a Nighthawk. Tapped by North Georgia. Lander will have possession. Duffy Burson puts her hands on her head. Didn't like that call. The Bearcats get a gift there, maybe. Daly. Hand back to Cruz. Cruz a long 3. No good, but an offensive rebound for Harris. Bearcats have crashed the offensive glass extremely well here in the second half. They've got 6 offensive boards in the game. Cruz in the corner. Harris's 3, too short. And then a foul on the floor against the Nighthawks on the rebound effort, and Starks letting out some frustrations as the call goes on Arnold. That's her first. Schedule back in for the Nighthawks. 5:41 to play. Lander down 7. Thorpe will check out for North Georgia. Harris's inbound thrown away. Starks cut to the corner. Harris lobbed it to the top. So Lander will set up defensively with 5:41 to play, down 7. Agrusa will trigger it in. Agrusa brings it ahead. Offensive foul. Franklin crashes into Starks. Lander's got the ball back. Great job by Simone Starks to plant her feet and let Franklin run into her. Bearcat ball, 5:36 to play. Lander's got some momentum, trying to get it going offensively, down 7. Cruz will inbound up top to Harris. Harris to the right wing. Daly sets a screen. Harris for 3. Rattled off the rim, no good. Hit the front iron and the back iron. Agrusa with the board. Agrusa to the right side. Gives to Franklin. Lob inside, ball thrown away. Sutton threw it out of bounds as Schedule went to the floor inside. Nighthawks wanted a foul call. They've gotten plenty of those. No need for any more. Nighthawks have gone 1:44 without scoring. Cruz gives to Melvins inside the arc. Melvins into the lane, give to Daly. Daly looking for help, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound collected by Schedule. She'll hand to Franklin with 4:45 to play. 60-53, Nighthawks on top. Franklin wants to drive on Melvins, lays it in good. Melvins kind of shied away from her there, doesn't want to draw another foul. The lead is back to 9 for North Georgia. Starks with the ball in her hands with 4:23 to go. Lander down 9, 62-53. Daly, give to Cruz. 10 on the shot clock. Harris right wing. Harris wants to go to Daly. Sees the screen, goes baseline, off the glass and falls. Jessica Harris, what a tough shot that was, but she sliced it in beautifully off the backboard. 62-55, 3:55 to play. Lander down 7. Agrusa, want to go backdoor. Starks, tip the pass. Agrusa got it right back. Wants to go baseline, kicks in the corner. Out to Franklin. Franklin open. Franklin for 3. Got it. Beautiful ball movement there by the Nighthawks. And a timeout taken by North Georgia. 65-55. Lander down 10. 3:41 to play. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. (65-55). Lander down 10 with 3:41 to play. And this Bearcat crowd that has shown up in droves tonight on their feet trying to cheer on their 5th-seeded Lander women's basketball team. They've knocked off number 4 in the region. They've knocked off number 1, trying to knock off number 2. Melvins straight away. Cuts in the corner. Cruz is open. Cruz for 3. Banked it in. Off the backboard, off the rim, and it fell. It's a 7-point game with 3:20 to play. Sarah Cruz has got 12 in the game. Franklin looking for help as Cruz guards her. They go to Sutton. Sutton kicks out to Thorpe. Thorpe drives inside. Thorpe's layup good. Bearcats got to stop the Nighthawks from getting to the rim. Need defensive stops here. Down 9 with under 3 minutes to go. Harris into the corner. Cruz down low to Daly. Daly out to Starks. Starks for 3. Airballed it. Might have been blocked. And Franklin with the ball. 2:43 to play. Now the Nighthawks are going to take the air out of the ball a little bit here, you'd imagine. Up 9 with 2:37 to go. Riccardi about to check back in for Lander. Franklin. Give to Thorpe. Franklin gets it back. Thorpe. Over to Arnold. Left side, Schedule. Floater, no good. Harris with the rebound. Good defense there from Starks. Harris brings it in the front court. Harris all the way to the rim, fouled, and she couldn't get it to spin over the front of the rim, but she'll go to the line. Jessica Harris.
North Georgia foul on number 21.
She's come to life here in this regional final. She's got 16 points. That leads the Bearcats. 3 boards, 4 assists, and a steal as well. And the junior from Sumter rattles down the first free throw. Give her 17. Miriam Riccardi come back in the ballgame for Lander, trying to inject some instant offense here. The sharpshooter from Spain in the game with 2:14 to play in the 4th quarter. Lander down 8. Here's Harris for her 2nd. Got it. 7-point game. Lander has been able to cut it repeatedly to 7. Can they get closer? Bearcats set the full court pressure. Franklin breaks it, gets ahead to Thorpe. Franklin give to Agrusa. Now Sutton straight away. Nighthawks taking their time. Sutton calls for a ball handle. Gives it to Franklin. 6 to shoot. Agrusa inside. Missed the layup. Riccardi batted the rebound around, and then Daly was fouled as she got the board. That's the 4th foul of the quarter against the Nighthawks. One more, and the Bearcats shoot free throws. They're down 7 with 1:44 to play. Bearcats have not been within 7 points since the first half. They're down 7 with 90 seconds to go. Give to Cruz. Cruz thinking about a 3, but she's got schedule on her. Cuts it to Starks. Starks inside Daly. Daly spinning off the glass and in. It's a 5-point ball game with 1:25 to go. Lander got to have a stop here. 1:20 to play. Agrusa up ahead to Schedule. Schedule gonna hold, give it to Franklin. 67-62, 1:15 to play. Closest Lander's been the entire second half. Thorpe with 8 seconds to shoot. A minute to play. Thorpe driving. Kick to Franklin. 2 on the shot clock. Sutton for 3. No good. And an over-the-back call on Schedule. She climbed up the top of Cruz. And Schedule whistled with 53 seconds to go. That's her 3rd. Landers going to the line. Sarah Cruz at the stripe with 53 seconds to play. The Bearcats down 5. Cruz on the night. She has made some big shots. Her first free throw rimmed out. We'll try to get this one to fall. She's got 12 points. A team high 6 rebounds. She missed them both, and Agrusa's got the ball. Lander's gonna set the defense here, and Harris will foul Thorpe with 44 seconds to play. Cruz misses both free throws. That would have cut it to a 1-point game. Now the Bearcats have to force a turnover or get a foul. Sanders will come in. Simone Starks, the only one with 4 fouls right now for the Bearcats. Starks comes out, Riccardi comes out. Bearcats with Quindasia Hamilton in the ball game. They get it to Agrusa, and Agrusa's fouled by Cruz. That's her 4th. Cruz picks up her 4th foul. Amaya Melvins comes in. She's got 2 in the game. Quindasia Hamilton back out. Next foul puts North Georgia at the line. They get it to Agrusa, and Agrusa fouled with 41.6 seconds remaining. And Vanessa Agrusa will go to the line. She's 2 of 2 there tonight. She has 4 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Starks about to check back in for the Bearcats. 41.6 remaining. Agrusa hit her first. Sanders out, Starks in. Made them both. 7-point ball game, 41.6 seconds remaining. Lander down, 69-62. And they'll take a timeout. We're listening to Bearcat basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 69-62, Lander down 7 to North Georgia with 42 seconds remaining in the ball game. Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Bearcats will have possession after 2 made foul shots from Vanessa Agrusa. The Bearcats wanted to put her at the line, and credit to Agrusa, a seasoned 64% free throw shooter, but she's perfect from the stripe tonight. Lander calls a timeout to advance the ball. They've got Ricarde, Starks, Cruz, Melvins, and Harris on the floor. Ricarde will be the inbounder. Agrusa will guard her. They spring Harris up top. Bearcats got to get something going quickly. Harris inside. Harris backs out, now goes baseline. And she stepped out of bounds. She stepped out of bounds with 33 seconds to play. And North Georgia will have the ball. Daly and Sanders are both going to check in. North Georgia will call a timeout with 33 seconds to go. 7-point deficit for the Bearcats. Got to put the Nighthawks on the line and hope they miss. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Nine to 62, Lander trailing North Georgia by 7 with 33 off of the lane except for Agrusa here. Second free throw from Franklin. Good. She went up for, and that's her 5th. Simone Starks as the Bearcats fall 73-62, your final score from Anderson, South Carolina. We thank you so much for spending a weekend with us at the Abney Athletic Center, and what a weekend it was. Bearcats fall just short in the region championship game. 73-62 your final score. Congratulations to the Nighthawks of North Georgia. They'll represent the Southeast region, the Peach Belt Conference, in the Elite Eight. That'll do it for us for basketball season on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. It's been a blast, and we're so glad you spent it with us. Final score from Anderson, 73-62, Nighthawks victorious.